Alright, welcome back. Hope you had a nice little break in between. We are back for the game 2 of the doubleheader for Link to the Past Randomizer League co-op cross-keys. We've got two anchors, Telethar and Pichu, representing Usedbow and Potence, and giving Mike here, my co-commentator, for game 2 a little bit of a break. Gem offered to find the booths early and sub in, and we got PH coming in fresh for Potence. Mike, how's it going?
I am satisfied. Thank you. I just shoved 2 tacos into my mouth between race and commentary, and
What?
I don't know if that was a good idea, but it feels great, and I'm ready for take 2.
Yes, I'm also. I'm curious to know what are in your tacos. What do Swedes like to eat in their tacos?
Well, there's a difference between what Sweden eats and what I eat. But we had chicken and corn and hot sauce and avocado.
That sounds delicious.
It was delicious. Recommended. We don't talk about Swedish tacos.
Very fair.
No, just don't. And we're off.
Yes, we are off, yeah. And of course, doing all the heavy lifting for us, of course, is our returning trackers. Darkshana and Iker did an awesome job at the beginning, or in the first game, and they got so acclimated and tempered for this. They're here for game 2, so very appreciative to have them back. Looks like actually we have everyone in Light World, which is certainly different than game 1. There was immediate Dark World access because Sank was at Pyramid. Looks like today, though, not quite. We're just going to be stuck in Light World looking for our Dark World entrance. Nice magic drops, or pulls from the trees. Early magic, always appreciated. Probably one of the resources that is the hardest to come by. I mean, of course, unless maybe like bushcrafts have it, but in terms of like actual other stuff, arrows and bombs are usually the most plentiful. Otherwise, if you're starved for magic for whatever reason, you're not going to be able to get it. Early Lumberjack tech tells us it is Uncle. Good sign. Good sign. Yeah. Did we already find backup Skull Woods already on Pichu's side?
Yeah. Let's start the sequence break. I guess not. We get 1 check in Skull Woods. We do get an Uncle at Lumberjack.
Yeah, 3 bombs. Pretty appreciative at the beginning because, again, resources are... we start with nothing, so any type of extra things that we can get is going to be useful. Gems.
The goal is to never have to buy bombs, because those 3 seconds you're never getting back.
It's true, and the 50 rupees. Assuming you have 50 rupees, I see that both Pichu and Gem are extremely poor. Pichu at least has 5 arrows that we can't use right now, but Gem has nothing, literally nothing. Because PH and PH and Telethar are the anchors today so far, at least getting all of the money or just hogging all the resources.
So, what is your take on co-op cross keys commentary, Hermas? You have more experience on this. Is it just impossible to keep track of what's going on?
Yes, correct. That's why you just hope that the times that you have your eyes darting to 4 different screens is you be able to catch something remotely useful. However, that being said, we do have Iker and Darkshana. They're actually very, very sharp. Tracked actually a lot of these, and with their powers combined, it helps at least cover a lot of the gaps. By a lot, I mean all of the gaps. That usually when we're trying to stare at screens we end up missing, or at least for me. So
yeah, well, we will do our very best to keep the viewers updated to the important points.
Yeah, but so far it doesn't actually look like there's very much. Yeah, as you mentioned, right? We did find the back of Skull Woods. Oh, okay. Did Pichu intend to houlihan?
It looked like we paused there for a second, but surely that was intentional.
Okay. Well, the good news is that we have 225 rupees to our 221 rupees to our name. Okay, we did find Big Bomb Shop on PH's side in Kakariko, and this was Eastern and Swamp Palace. Okay, good crystals, and we found Laser Bridge. Great to see. Peach looks like we need to do from the top. Safer to do them, especially without boots.
Yeah, the laser skip walks are tricky. Especially with no bombs or weapons
Yeah,
for the
especially
red beetle.
yeah, that red beetle is the one that I would probably be the most scared of. But Peach is going to take this a little bit safe. Very, again, understandable. And maybe try and lure him?
We found a key on to Castle Tower on race game.
That's exciting. I'm not sure how exciting that is, but it is exciting.
I don't know how we got there, but it's done.
He was down there. He took a connector? Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
We will find out. Connector at library. Oh, okay. Thanks. I can see. This is why we have
Okay.
Iker and Darkshana.
We find Spiral Cave upper. We need boots for that for sure.
Yeah.
But we were promised early boots for the seed.
That's true. That's true. One, Gem rolled it, which means that he can't possibly roll boostless seeds. But also, two, again, like the boots in game 1, which you experienced, Mike, was 1 hour. Maybe for you it was like 17. But Telethar was like 110. Pichu was maybe like 107. It was extremely late boots. And
yes, it was very well timed to having completed all the slowest dungeons and then finding boots. That's great.
That is
hopefully
how...
not in this one.
Yeah. No, we haven't really found anything. Yeah, we found Paradox, which hopefully means that we can get something more than just, let's say, a shield and maybe some more money and bombs, although bombs are appreciated. A big magic drop, always good to have. But right now it looks like we're kind of lacking any type of weaponry.
Glove?
Okay, found a glove. And a big key to Crystal Eastern, always a good sign. And Peach just finding the back of Skull Woods as well, with the big key to this dungeon. Hilarious.
Truly hilarious. We also have Ice Palace here in CAC.
That's a lot of dungeons.
Okay, we found a Fountain Desert. Yep. Yeah, we're rushing that back of escape with a glove. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, back of escape. Always very nice to see. Having bombs, 3 items.
It's pretty common to see
nest?
both runners being CAC at the same time at the start of these, because there's always something there.
Yeah, and it also does look like the seed doesn't really have that great of spawns, right? At least like in the first seed, like the one that you played, right? We had Sanket, Pyramid, and then Link's House. Well, always going to be at Link's House, and so at least has a little bit more divergence. Looks like connections took us somewhere, and seems like right now Sanket's vanilla, and the connectors. I guess we went from Spiral Cave to Race Game, and maybe not a lot of other stuff that's kind of happening. So we do see just a lot of overlap, and you can kind of get sometimes these situations as well, right, where there's going to be a lot more bottleneck. Some seeds are more amenable for co-op. You just have to do the best you can.
I don't think Gem is gonna make it out of here.
Very possible. He's trying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is. I guess that's a. We're not checking connectors for Paradox, Telethar. That is your problem now. I think we can also, for what it's worth, now afford Zora. We have a glove, so that check now is in logic. Money seems to be flowing, at least for Pichu and Telethar. Pichu at least did Hula Hoop. That's something that she has done. And Telethar, I guess, just farted a bunch. I mean, the money is from Rupee Crab, so at least that is something. Where can we go? What else do we have? I can't believe we're saying this like 10 minutes into the seed, or even under 10 minutes. It just seems like there's so not a lot of stuff that we can do. Like, okay,
We
we
have
did
the
South
entire
Shore.
South Shore.
Okay, South Shore.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
and we do have a glove. Okay, that's true. That's true. We can do more stuff.
yeah. And then we got at least one more connector in Paradox Cave to follow. We have Easton.
We do have
which you're
Eastern.
saying no
Yeah.
to, despite having big key. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Could
Good
be
old
taking.
Eastern skippers
Yeah,
making it
they're
a comeback.
they're not in this league this year. Okay, they have been officially decommissioned. They're now the Sticky Priests. I think it was Andy who said, who pointed out that despite being called the Eastern Skippers, they never skip Easter, which I thought was hilarious.
Oh,
I guess, yeah, I don't know whose problem it is now to go check Paradox connectors. Hopefully, it will not be an issue. PH, though, is going to take his attempts. Maybe he will be able to do something that both Gem and Telthar were not able to do, which is kill all the mini Moldorms. We are finally going to be able to check the connector.
Yeah, like we're in trouble now. Like my team can't even kill Moldorms.
They have to come back for revenge. Gem, by the way, as also another point of divergence, going into Eastern with the big key. Ooh, PH though has found his way up to Dark Death Mountain on the left-hand side. So not much we can do right now without a mirror, without a pearl. But we can, in fact, at least check one connector, or sorry, one entrance. For those of you who played Birded.
I like this. Telthar is rushing that skull big chest. Oh, pigeon, no!
Oh no! Oh, but you know what Eastern Dippers are rewarded with, Mike? They are rewarded with a hook shot locked hook shot in Eastern Palace map chest.
Yeah, that's pretty nice to have, isn't it?
Yeah, if you subscribed also to the Super Logic guidelines, you would really like to have the hook shots. You can skip a couple extra rooms on Eastern, but if the hook shot just happens to be there, not much you can do. But yeah, certainly very nice find, early find for Gem and Telthar, and of course the trademark shovel. Now we have infinite resources. We don't have to worry anymore about money or anything else that we can dig up.
Works?
Gem somehow has a reputation of being able to dig up first dig for whatever he wants.
Okay.
There are a couple clips of that.
Telthar
buying bombs. Unfortunate. But that is something that he has to go do.
Both mountain starts are in the Dark World and on the mountain.
Okay, okay. I guess we are not going to get off the mountain in a traditional way, looking for a flute, maybe another connector somewhere. Alright, usually you don't get to see runners on the same team in the same location often, but in this particular case, because the hookshot is just so valuable at the beginning, you can see Telthar basically going into Eastern as fast as he can. And yep. I don't know if he's gonna go get the shovel from map chest. It might just be... Okay.
No.
Might just be Gem's problem.
Okay, I'm a liar.
Okay, okay. We are gonna go pick up the shovel.
Maybe
we might also be...
else.
Yeah. We also might just be starved for anything to do. Right? Like, okay, yes, we have a glove, we have a hook shot. Those are certainly very valuable items for us to have. I'm not sure how much more it opens up. Like, I guess we can maybe do some stuff on the mountain with that hook shot and going over to the right side.
No, half magic.
Half magic, okay. That is always really nice to see. Probably much more worth it now, Telthar.
I decided to keep going for the half magic.
Pichu needs to survive in South Shore. She is quite defenseless, despite having a shield, and we talked about this in Game 1, that she somehow, for some reason, likes to use her face as a shield. We have advised her to do not that. I hope that she does not do that because she cannot really afford to do so at this point.
Yeah, your face is not a shield, people. That's not what a face is.
All right, very well dodged.
And only Andy gets crabbed here, so
yes.
we're fine.
Yeah, she actually, I recommend.
This is
going
good.
into...
PH is actually going to go find that hook shot
Oh,
that
yeah,
Peach
okay.
decided not to grab. So we'll just get that a little bit later, but not miss out on it.
Yeah, and it's actually not too big of a deal because Pichu like went in and out very quickly, and Eastern is I mean, it's not like super close to Link's house, but it is close enough such that she's not like she did anything extra, so she'll just have to go back for a hook shot.
Hey, look, it's Desert left.
It is Desert Palace. Always one of those dungeon / connector dungeons, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, that's right. We found hookshot cave on the mountain. Convenient hookshots. What are we gonna get? 2 Meyer Smalls, Pod Small, and a compass.
Boots. I'm a big fan of boots. How about 50 rupees? Boots are on Sora. I can smell it. 1 arrow.
What does Sora boots smell like? Is it like a moist type of boots?
I think it just means that it's been like freshly cleaned. No? We got bombs. Okay.
Absolutely nothing in Hookshot Cave. Tragic.
It was very underwhelming. We got a bunch of arrows that we can't use. Gem's gonna die on Death Mountain. Oh, we found our way over to Dark Shopping Mall as well. Probably through one of the connectors that we found in Ice Rock Cave area that I didn't catch. Okay, finally got a little bit more action and divergence. Telthar's on the mountain. Gem is going to try and do the front of escape. I don't believe that we have a small key, which is fine because we've already saw the back of escape. So we can actually just do everything now without worrying.
Dark Cross?
I assume so. You have to, right? It's not like Telthar's going to go to Dark Cross. So who else is going to do Dark Cross if it's not Telthar?
Yeah, you gotta do Dark Cross. No one would skip Dark Cross, I think. Very useful. It's always boots when you skip it.
Or mirror.
Yeah, both or both.
Or both. Yeah, or both. Yes. The mirror bow. Yes.
Super item.
Okay. Well, speaking of mirror, there's a sword on top of Speck Rock, which is mirror locked. So that's another incentive, I guess, to go find the mirror. That means you get a free weapon. I mean, free as can be. You still have to climb the mountain. Alright, this is Pichu getting her hook shot. And PH, of course, already gotten his hook shot. And... are we leaving? We may not be doing Big Key Chest. This might be either a Pichu thing, or we're just not going to worry about it because it's
we're just following logic. You're going to have clean hands, you know, as they say.
Right.
As the kids say. Very important.
To go with our dry clean boots. I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Telthar is finding out that Old Man Start is not super amazing.
Oh, Big Key Chest was done. Thanks, Rusty. Okay. Maybe he just did it. Oh, okay. Okay.
He did the classic. Oh, forget about it. I see.
Does Pichu really want these moms? I guess she does.
Right. Okay.
Alright, okay. We do see Gem also maybe wanting to get some soap later. We're gonna go to Dark Cross, make sure we don't miss out on anything. And by miss out on anything, I mean that because we're here, we're not gonna get anything. And then Telthar's gonna make his way over to Ice Rod Cave, that area, so we're gonna get everything there. I don't know if he's gonna continue on to Zora, because, well, it's still kind of far. Well, it looks like Pichu, at least. She had enough money, and then maybe she just followed Connector out.
I think they found the hookshot and decided that that was important to follow up on.
Okay. Oh, true. Okay, I don't know how Teltar didn't get hit there.
We
The
still
crab
have
just
East... Because only Andy gets hit by crab there.
understandable.
Yeah. We have East Death Mountain, which I assume Gem is going to follow up on since Teltar left. And then Sora. Basically.
Is that a pearl in Dark Cross?
Nice. See?
Apparently, yes. Lesson learned for the kids. Don't skip Dark Cross. Apparently, because it just has your pearl. And that is hard lamp lock. There's no advanced logic here in cross keys, at least for this particular branch. So there's no like you can't necessarily have the fire rod or the lamp. It's just we gotta go find that lamp, I guess.
Do we? Well,
logically speaking, it would be kind of nice to have.
Yeah. Maybe it's just right here in desert.
True.
No.
It's a heart piece. I guess getting the connector to the back of Skull Woods now actually can do something. We can actually go to Real Dark World.
Oh no, that would be horrific, wouldn't it? Especially out of logic. That's just such a slow walk.
That's a very good point. I did forget about the fact that the Moon Pearl isn't logic, even though I just literally said it wasn't logic.
Oh yeah, that's what happened to Pichu. We followed Desert Middle exit and got stranded at the Dark Shopping Mall. Just as Telfar did.
Alright, TR small key on the lumberjack inside, which I believe is at the well. Nothing we can really do very much about that small key without at least one more item to make our lives easier. Samaria would be great.
Pichu's following Spire Cave.
Ooh, okay, this could be good.
This is an anti-pattern for these guys. As in, Usedbow is not going to go to Spire Cave anytime soon.
They have a pearl. Although in game one, James braved Spiral Cave with 2 bombs. And that was it. And he made it all the way through Spiral Cave, except then he got destroyed by when he jumped down. And is that the same connector as game 1? Spiral Cave led to Waterfall? Okay.
No.
Okay. It is not that useful of a connector, at least so far. Maybe it can be, but oh no. Okay.
I think that was on purpose. There were warps involved.
And buffer. Okay, great.
I don't know if we missed something on East of Mountain here, but PH is over there doing stuff.
Do you think Zora's gonna have something?
Yeah.
Bombs. Okay, stun prices bombs. Pretty nice. Pichu eyeing that one bomb like it was quite valuable, although she can only carry 10. So not as much we can do right now, but it's good knowledge for later. Especially right now with that scene like. Yes. Why don't we play with bomb bags, Mike?
We did find the fairy upgrade, so we could get bigger.
Okay, Pichu is definitely avoiding the Zora, and also this whirlpool. Okay, we did it. We got into the whirlpool, so now we're gonna be able to check Zora, assuming we make it through. Yeah, I would just get out of the water. In theory, you can. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Can you like keep your water walk state or something to be able to save it? Maybe you can't do it without Pearl, but it's just a compass on Zora Ledge, so it doesn't matter. Okay, this is boots. This could be lamp. That would probably make a little bit more sense.
Yeah, I don't know what's
I would like to think. Yeah, I would like to think it's still boots, and then you would get some boots lock locations like bonk rocks, link bounce rocks, like fairy bonk rocks. It's a big key. The Tower of Hera. Have we found Hera?
We have not found Hera.
Okay.
But we have Desert Right exit as a connector we haven't followed.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know what else.
Yeah.
That's
Even if we
kind of
do.
it.
And right now we don't have a weapon to kill Moldorm with either. So it's not like we can really. I mean, like the big key to Hera, if we ever do find it, can it gives us access to the middle section of Hera, which is the big chest and of course compass chest. But we still have to find it first. You don't really want to go up there without a weapon because you're very close to Moldorm at that point. So you would like to be able to claim the prize, whatever it may be. Suddenly we have logical laser. Well, no, okay. We have the mirror shield, which means we can access laser bridge. But given the fact that it was in Dark Shopping Mall and we have the pearl, which is still out of logic, means that it's still technically out of logic.
Yeah, and Gem and Telethor both decide to use Pearl instead of rushing Sora. Makes sense.
Well, I mean, right, you mentioned there's Desert Right. That was still logic that we haven't checked yet. I mean, I guess maybe we're just not
Or
intending
maybe
to get the
we
pearl?
could have found it. I just missed it. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna see some escape hook shots here from Telethor.
Yeah.
Love this trick.
We don't have mitts. He's trying. Okay, alright. We did it. We escaped. Yes, it is legal. You just gotta clear out some bushes because they're just in the way, and you can't hookshot through bushes. And once your path is clear, all you gotta do is just use your trusty hookshot.
Wasn't Gem in Skullwoods? He was gonna try the drop down, and that led to the middle, so we couldn't get into Darkworld that way.
Okay. So, if you were in Gem and Telethor's shoes, or lack of shoes, would you be at some point would you try and chase down the logic, or would you, or because you just have Darkworld access so much, you can just start exploring?
Yeah, you keep that in mind. You want to get back into logic before doing awful things. But now you're doing Darkworld, which you need to do anyway, is completely fine. We did find that Desert Right connected to Vu, so bunny walking here is in logic. So that's interesting.
Okay.
Following Slippy Bunny is in logic. Getting the item isn't without Moonpearl.
That's true. Despite it being Super Bunny Cave and the fact that we dropped down and are in Super Bunny, so we can get these, you're not required to get them. Pichu, by the way, on her way to the Moon Pearl in Dark Raw. So she and James, or not she and Peach. I knew this was gonna happen when PH subbed in for James. There's gonna be too many people. She and PH are gonna be very surprised and happily to know that there's a pearl here. Maybe a little confused.
Okay. Telethor found Hera. I'm not
Telethor
sure
is
that's what he
thinking.
wanted.
It doesn't seem like we can still do a lot despite having a hook shot. Like, we've already been over to East Death Mountain because we have hook shot access there. We don't have a hammer, so we're still missing.
This is a Sora thing happening, I think. On Telethor's side. But it does look like the logic is to bunny walk for something. Because we know Sora is just a Hera big.
Which we haven't found Hera yet either.
Yeah. Or Telethor is just going back to the Darkworld, maybe. Yeah. No Sora for you. Oh, there's the logic. Mirror at the Swan Palace entrance. Which
That is very.
Bun-
That is buddy walking right into.
Yep. Bunny walking to Swamp Palace for your mirror. Great. And now we can find K45 entrance. Comes to mind.
It's true. That's true. We were literally just there, and without the pearl, we would have
That's
to
the
go
only
around.
thing you do with a mirror right now, I think.
You can. I guess you can go get your sword, like on top of Speck Rock. That is something. We found ether, which is not useful right now. So I'm gonna assume that then Gem is just gonna go around and check K45, kind of en route to take a couple detours along the way. Get a little bit of health refill.
Yeah, I would assume as much. Or maybe Telethor does that.
Okay. Small key too. Another TR small key. Okay. But again, I don't think we can really do anything in TR without Samaria.
No.
Or another entrance. I don't think we found like Big Chest entrance or Laser Eyes. But even so, maybe Laser Eyes is okay. We can make a little bit more distance or traction. But yeah, these are... Having the mirror, while it is a very great item, I'm not sure what else we're supposed to be able to do with that mirror. Like, we still don't have a lamp.
Well, I predict Hera K45.
Okay.
Or just an entrance with lamp. There's gonna be a lamp here. 100% lamp. Free farm organic lamp. Just arrow game. I'm so wrong.
Where's our logic? Where's our logic? We've already spent lots of money on Sora. That was a Hera big key. But we still haven't found Hera. How much of what Gem is doing isn't logic? Like without the pearl? Maybe it doesn't matter because he found nothing? None.
Yeah,
okay.
Also none of it, because you need lamp for Old Man.
Ah, yes, true. We don't have a connector over to the Maya area either, so it's not like we can go check any of the, I guess, like upper desert entrances. By the way, speaking of desert, I think this is going to be a connector that we're going to take like 10 times.
We haven't followed Hookshot Cave, maybe? Or maybe we... No, Telethor did do that. Maybe that's the logic. Because that takes you to the isolated tier ledge, where you can mirror for 2 entrances.
I think Gem did that? Was that where he was? Like, he didn't like mimic.
No, he started at Old Man.
Oh, right, isolated, right, sorry.
Yeah, the non-isolated ledge.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Pichu and PH following the same connector over to Dark World, but at least we're gonna get a little bit more of a different force. They took the road trip together, and then once they got to the destination, they decided to part their and go their separate ways. Maybe we'll meet up on the return trip home.
This is like the 8th time already we see people in desert to connect to the Dark World.
It won't be the last time, don't worry.
It must feel good.
Yeah. I like in game 1, I think that the saving quit spawn points were actually really nice. And you got to different parts of the world pretty nicely. And then here it just seems like it's very sparse to be able to try and get to places. We don't have a flute, we don't have boots. We also don't have good connectors or spawn points. And yeah.
Oh, well, there's something on this drop where you can mirror, which we don't know.
Okay.
Cackwell, maybe? Oh, it's Cackwell. Oh.
Got a fairy in a bottle.
This is in logic, for sure. That's crazy.
Heart container. Small key 2. Meyer. Compass 2.
Okay.
20 rupees. Okay, this is not the answer. Pichu is Oh my gosh, I'm scared for Pichu. Wow, what a gamer.
I think, yeah, I guess it is isolated ledge mirror that is the next step. What do you think the runners are feeling right now? Having to walk the desert over and over and over again because they get locked out?
So for Pichu and PH, I believe that they're probably just resigning themselves to, I guess this is our sea, we have to play it. I would be more concerned about Gems and Telethar's mental state. Telethar played game 1, got an hour 10 boots. He's already probably kind of antsy. And then, you know, there was a lot of promise, right, of getting earlier boots in the seed. So like I think the longer that there are no boots, I would be more concerned for Usedbow.
I think Jam promised that to himself, so I don't know if it counts. All right, we're back in desert for the 9th time.
Yeah, we should. You know how some people play like Dark Souls games or anything like that with a death counter? We should have a desert connector counter for this game.
Oh, Peachy's finding new stuff.
Okay.
Orders. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what's left is to follow to a cave, to ledge, mirror, and find something over there. There's 2 entrances in the light world. Okay, Potters.
Yeah, that's it. Just for Bumbo's tablet. They're in tablet. Bumbo's medallion in shooter room. Still, again, out of logic. We don't have the pearl. And I mean, we have the pearl, just not logically. And looks like Pichu doesn't want to do any type of mimic clipping, bottles, whatever that she doesn't have. Shenanigans to do. Wait, we just found another dungeon. Don't worry, we're all good. Jumped up a dam, which is at Potence. Okay.
Nice. That's very much not an logic, maybe.
I think we did find swamp earlier. Not that we can really do much because, again, flippers and... Yeah, I saw it at least in one screen. I don't remember where. All of this stuff is non-logic. It's pretty hilarious.
Is Telfer gonna mimic clip? I think you're pretty desperate at this point, so you do.
Yes, very, very true. Yeah, and after even all this time, we have no pod keys. We have apparently all 3 Meyer small keys, according to our trackers. That's something. We don't have a weapon, unfortunately, to be able to kill anything. We can go get our sword on top of Spec Rock. That's something.
PH did that.
Yes, PH finally has a weapon. That is progress among everybody here involved.
I think PH is going to be the first one to logic here, because you get a sword, and then we follow Hookshot Cave. And I'm kind of worried that maybe Usedbow temporarily forgot about Hookshot Cave connector. Because they've been walking to desert so many times, when walking to Hookshot Cave is actually faster.
Maybe.
See?
Alright, well this is what is this gonna be? This is chess game, which is going to be our small key to Skullwood.
Alright, it's gonna be the next entrance, don't worry. Here we go. This is gonna be Hera, everyone's gonna be happy. Wait.
We're going back in Dark World.
What's happening?
I don't know. Maybe there was some tracking miscommunication. Mini Moldorm came. Okay, surely this will be our answer.
Yeah, here's lamp for sure. Guaranteed. Free range lamp.
Organic, pasteurized.
Yep.
Heart piece.
Boots! Nice lamp. Lamp.
And the lamp! Yes, alright. This is a good decision. Okay, this is a great decision by PH and Pichu, their team for past Potence. Earliest to the boots, or at least to logic. And this is actually, I think, a pretty good example of maybe this is why you should try and track down logic more so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but early boots, early-ish enough boots for this certainly feels quite nice.
No doubt, Usedbow is going to end up there. It's just,
Of course.
have they? It's easy to, in the early game of co-op cross keys, to not have a full picture when you get all of these entrances at the same time. So maybe you got lost in that early spree temporarily.
Yeah, and sometimes depending on maybe what your initial vision was, based on what you know, what you would like to go do, if you already have a plan of some sort constructed, and just kind of say like, well, it's probably just a lamp is over there. We don't maybe have to chase it per se necessarily. We can go do all these stuff, assuming that that's the only thing over there. It happens to be in this case, though, the boots are over there. But you know, again, that's part of the risk that you end up taking.
Yeah, getting someone's favorite check, catfish, coming up.
Yes. Let's see if there's loot here.
Loot, but not boots.
Unfortunately, it will not necessarily be flute either.
Could be the flute. That would be.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That would be pretty good. And Jem does have enough money to pay off Sora, so with the mirror, he can certainly go do that. I don't know if he can fake flipper with his equipment. I don't think he can. Oh, ice key. Okay, we have a lot of small keys to dungeons that we may not want to go into. Ice Palace, Mire.
Technically, this seed had boots before Moonpearl. It's not our fault that Jam and Telethar decided to skip them.
Yeah. I mean, this is self-inflicted, right?
Yeah,
if
exactly.
they had just gone and chased logic, they would have gotten their boots a lot sooner.
Yeah. Exactly. Can't blame the seed. It did its thing.
It tried to give you boots earlier. And it was, yeah, maybe about 30-ish. 30, I think, yeah, Pichu and PH found their boots at like 30 odd minutes.
Alright, we're getting Vicky to Hera on the left side. Yay.
Yeah, but this is gonna be when you can see, depending on when Gem and Telta kind of go back to get Lamp. It could be soon. The longer that Pichu and PH have. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, with this mountain start, we could have been here so early. Instead of walking to desert 8 times.
But now we can run to desert. See what PH and Pichu are doing? We're still taking the same connector.
Yeah, we still have to do this, which is... Do we... Oh, wait, we don't need to do this, maybe, because we have bonkable things. But probably. Right, and Gem is finally gonna follow up on that logic and be rewarded with late boots.
I noticed, by the way, that this is at least something for mental sanity. Gem has exactly 30 rupees, which is what he needs for chess game. I would have been extremely sad if he was lacking some funds and he finds chess games like, I can't do this. And then he would have been very sad. But luckily, he doesn't have to go through that mental anguish, and he'll just be able to not only afford chess game, but win chess game, because he got 100 rupees out of it.
Alright, here we go. How quickly is Telethar gonna say quits?
He might just leave midstream. Like, whatever he's doing, he won't even finish. He'll just go. And there's a hammer, by the way, on Sick Kid. With the bottle, we got a mini Muldrum Cave and boots locked in King's room.
Oh, he wanted to, but
Yeah, he's leaving.
Yep.
Forget this. I'm getting my boots. Should have followed
Where-
logic
where-
earlier.
Where was Sick Kid?
Sick Kid was at Kingston.
Ah.
So very much boost required. And of course, I think that our one and only bottle so far was from Mini Moldrum Cave as well. So that place had a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff for us. Okay, Peach is gonna go get his Bombus Medallion from Pod, and then are we gonna go further on? We do have a hammer, and we do have a bottle with a fairy, which we did see Teletype Sequence break over, but he didn't have the hammer, so it's not like he could do very much. Other than just the Bowl Oxide chests. It looks like Peach is going to continue on, and we're going to get at least a couple more checks in the front. And we'll just count for the small key to this dungeon here in this dungeon, and maybe we'll be able to go to the back.
Is Gemma gonna use that key?
I don't know. Okay, we're
I think
actually
you
gonna
should.
bonk this map off of the torch. You don't often get to see that.
Knowledge.
It's power, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, is he gonna use this? I don't know. PH though is gonna go with Mimic Clip. Alright, this is gonna be some cool thing.
Stupid series races where you can't save scam the key. Oh well.
Luckily for game one.
Yeah, game one was tragic. Gem is
You
gonna
had
rush
to use
into
her.
checks.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. PH though looks like I don't know. Maybe this series is just Mimic Clip proof. PH is trying to get his Mimic Clip through, and not quite getting the mimics out of the dungeon. Looks like we're just gonna we'll just do the old fairy revival thing.
I had issues. My controller needs to clean, and the D-pad is getting stiff. You know, hardware issues.
Yeah, I remember
Pay
that
to win.
happening game one for you. Oh no. PH, I don't know how this trick works, because like maybe something to do with the camera, and because when
When you
came in,
fairy revive, you need to hold right or something.
hold right. Okay. Well, okay, maybe the revival helped the Mimic Clip get through, because PH is now through.
Nice.
You have to get knocked to your left on the killing hit. Okay, thank you, Mr. Angry Pants. This is Gem's hammer, at least, and then knowledge for Usedbow.
Alright, Peach is going to desert. This is the 96th time we see desert today.
Perfect. Which is just get one of those stepometers to just literally count the number of times you have to go through deserts. That's the other Castle Tower key, by the way, in the front of Pod, which is only one key locked, and we did have quite a bit of trouble getting into it.
What's on Lumberjack today then?
Lumberjack was Uncle, so we do not need that.
Oh. Or maybe we're doing it for that 1 in a million CT entrance through Aga.
Oh, you are absolutely correct. I did forget. Right, so if you beat Aga in Cross Keys, the barrier in front of Aga Tower gets removed, and that in fact can be something. Okay. Alright, we have found Meyer. It is a pendant. Despite the fact that we have apparently 3 small keys for this place.
That's good. And fire? You don't want to do Maya without fire.
And the lamp, right. Yes, the best fire source that you could ask for this dungeon. Alright, Pichu in danger zone. Oh, she has a fairy. It's fine. She probably doesn't want to use it, but still. Another bottle. Cute. Just in case you needed a reminder to go to Sick Kid. Alright, Peach though, on the other hand, looks like he's gonna go over to... We cannot hook over in this direction, unfortunately. The arrow that's pointing is in the other way, so unfortunately we can only go from the right to the left and not the left to the right. But okay, no current jump attempt. on PH's side.
Interesting. We'll just go from here instead, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Clearmas, what's the next step here? What are we gonna
I
do
don't
next?
know.
Are we gonna find GT or what's going on?
All I was done was fixating on the boots, and then I don't know what was supposed to happen after that. We apparently have to go get some crystals or something in order to go beat Ganon. Do we know where Ganon is, by the way?
I haven't seen Ganon, so Vanilla Ganon?
I can believe it. Yeah, I would definitely believe it.
Uncle?
Uncle? Okay, cool.
Well, Combs said Uncle.
Oh, sorry. For
That's
a
us.
lumberjack, yes. Okay, Uncle is that lumberjack. So that was something. We do not know where actually is. But okay, speaking of fire sources, by the way, Telethar also showing us that you do not need the fire rod in order to go beat Mothula. Fighter's sword. Oh, okay. Well, we have Hammer. He's fine.
Yeah, this is a good way to get map knowledge.
All right, we have Big Key to Ice Palace here in Pendant Mire.
Oop. Okay, so we can and should do Ice Palace maybe?
Have we found Ice Palace?
Allegedly, it's been found in Sikid's house.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, that was pretty early. Telethar really trying to survive here on Mothula. Peach
This is
doing
so
the exact
fine.
same thing.
Oh! Oh gosh.
I'm not scared.
Oh no!
That is unfortunate. Oh, he has a fairy! Oh, okay. I see.
no,
I am no longer scared.
Oh.
Oh, let's go Woods, man. Really, just doing a number on these teams.
We're rewarded with Ice Rod and the Crystal. At least one of those things is required.
Mm-hmm. Very true. I completely forgot about the fact that Telethar had a fairy. Otherwise, I don't know. Like, he still looked like he was playing like he didn't have a fairy. As in, like, somewhat still, like, conservatively. But you don't want to use the fairy. But yes, it's really good to have that in your back pocket. I was also going to say, the Telethar also plays a lot of spoiler as well. So he's not unfamiliar with these types of fights.
Oh,
but it's not. Mm-hmm.
Big key behind the sunken treasure to GT.
Yes. Look.
Pendant Desert.
It is Pendant Desert. Classic.
You definitely should have used that key. And it's gem rushing
he
the
might.
key.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might go back for like right now if he knows it's pendant.
Well, if you're in desert for the 600th time in a seed, and you have the small key, you use it.
It's my own personal copium to hope that there's gonna be Crystal Desert both times, and you and Telethar did very well in order to use bow on the use the quirk weapons. Oh no, Pichu. Does she have
an extra fairy?
I think she does. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
This is the using. See, how effective is this mirror shield? Because I'm pretty sure Pichu tried to use the shield, and it literally is the biggest thing that you could have, right?
Here we go.
And yet, was it 3 bombs and?
Oh,
and arrows.
Tragic.
I guess we're keeping it. Okay, Telethar probably is here in Mire for the Ice Big Key. I don't know if there's anything else. There's a GT Small Key and Cutscene Chest, which I can't imagine him going back to. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, Ice Palace looks like it's going to be on the table fairly shortly. Gem going to Mimic Cave to get an extra heart container, which I'm going to assume that Telethar had mentioned. You don't usually see, at least getting safety
If you're gonna
this far out of the way.
Hammer, Fighter Sword, Cold Stare with no safeties. Maybe you picked that up?
Maybe. Okay. That's probably fair too. Is this enough for Ice Palace? Is a very common phrase to be, or question to be asked to these guys.
I think we should find GT. I'm not sure we can find GT. But we should.
Yeah, we're kind of lacking some more stuff to do. We've already been into Eastern for that hook shot, which I'm not actually sure if we needed explicitly, but that is something. But that is a dungeon that we have explored through. We have been through Desert, as counted before 1 million times. So there's probably nothing else for us to do in that place as well. We haven't found Hera. We have apparently still 0 small keys to Pod, despite after exploring most of the world. We don't have flippers for Swamp. We just beat Skull out of logic because we don't have the Fire Rod. So what are we supposed to be doing?
Ice Palace.
I guess Ice Palace?
Yeah, it's full clearable. Cold Stare isn't in logic, but everything else is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do have some ice small keys, which I guess does help a bit with routing. But it would be nice to have some Aria.
Telethor doesn't have it. Do you think he skips right side?
Oh, maybe. But he's the one ahead going into Ice Palace. And again, this is also probably one of those bottleneck things where you see Telethar and Gem kind of in the same spot because they don't have anything else left to do. PH though is gonna forge ahead for his team. You go into Ice Palace. He has 0 ice small keys.
Nice.
Penguinator
room.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 people in Ice Palace.
Pichu, don't get FOMO. It's okay. This place isn't that great anyway.
I don't get FOMO about low percent Ice Palace. Maybe you do, Claymouse.
No. This is why I only pilot. I don't have to do any of this stuff.
So what do we find in Ice Palace then? Do we find... I don't know. Myths?
Fire Rod?
Fire? We need more entrances.
We do need more entrances. The flute? The flute won't do anything. Unless we get myths. So maybe myths? Could be a sword. We can get into Castle Tower entrance. Or we already have that entrance. Like I said,
that's already right? In logic. Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
We can get book.
We can get
book. True. Yeah, it looks like Telethar is just rushing. Not right side. Oh my gosh, our first pod key. Amazing.
Does Kane do anything for us? How many TR entrances have we found?
We found the first. Oh, you're right. Yes, we found TR front. I remember seeing that. And we found Laser Bridge. We did see, so we can do Compass Chest and Chomps. And yeah, we did. And then yeah, as noted, we found Meyer Big Key in Ice Pal's Big Chest, which by the way, the Ice Pal's Big Key was in Meyer Map Chest. So haha logic, hilarious. It's pendant, by the way. But that is progression that we can actually go do.
Funny. We have Paradox top entrance as well. GT small.
We have a lot of GT smalls, by the way. But we haven't found GT. But we can do a lot of stuff in GT once we get there.
I don't know if we've done all of the bonk checks. Have we done Dark Long Crocs?
No? Maybe?
I feel like we have.
Maybe we must have at this point?
Yeah. Maybe that was bumper exit, actually.
Pichu getting us an out of logic king check. Bulky to Thieves Town. Okay, okay. We haven't found. Oh no, we did find Thieves Town, but no big key to get us to the back. But that's gonna be something pretty good for Pichu, even though it is out of logic. Okay, so tell us
The
our.
Cobbler is in logic with a second ice small that Gem found.
Oh, and that was on Catfish, so everything looks good. This hammer is really being put to the test here. We had to do Hammer Mothula. We're doing Hammer Cold Stare. We found Tarapera. Where did we find Tarapera?
There's the flippers on Cold Stare.
Hilarious.
To put Hera in logic then? Cool.
Oh, okay. This is a capacity fairy. Oh, that's hilarious.
We did it. Logic, baby.
Following logic. You know, Usedbow learned their lesson. I'm always going to follow logic after missing out on the boots.
I'm still convinced they briefly forgot about that connector when they did their 8
desert trip.
Because sure, like starting at Old Man to follow Hookshot Cave is much faster than both of them going to Desert Connector 8 times. Nice book in Hera.
Yeah, book and pod key in Hera Compass chest. So suddenly pod is opening up a little bit more. It was always a bit shy. You have to
put out
coax it out of the shell.
Three pulse balls?
Yes. No, I think 2 maybe? Only 2? I saw 1 in Ice Palace, and I saw 1 in Hera.
Oh, I don't like the PH situation here, but he's got it on the...
No,
no! Don't die.
We got there. Well done, PH. Okay. Dueling boss fights. Flippers for PH, yeah, on Cold Stare. And 10 arrows on Crystal Moldorm. Knocking down our Crystal Dungeons. Telethar is back in pod, making sure that he is not missing stuff from his foray in earlier without the hammer. With only 1 pod key though, not going to be a lot that we can actually go do.
We found Meyer Big?
Yes, Meyer Big was in Ice Palace Big Chest.
Oh, right.
Yes, and unfortunately, Gem is here without the cane. And I don't know if you want to necessarily beat Meyer because it is a pendant, but again, pendants have value, especially when you read pedestal and there's something required on there. But that being said, if something is on Vitreous or on the pedestal, this is going to be stroke number 3 later for Gem.
Okay, Swamp Big in Meyer Big.
Nice, nice. Oh,
wait, so Ice Palace Big for Meyer Big for Swamp Big.
For Shirley Desert Big?
Yeah, well, gotta find Swamp Small first.
We did find Mitts, by the way, in the back of pod. I did catch that on Telthar's side in Rupee Basement, right? So that is at least some amount of access. We're still missing some pod keys for logic.
We'll never see Desert again now. Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe. Peachy is rocking 6 Hearts Fighter Sword for this Cold Stare fight. They have to, achieve. I don't know if they refilled their bottles. Do you know?
Did we find Potion Shop anywhere?
Don't think so. It'll be fine, surely.
You'll be fine. Yeah, and this is one of those places where you really would like the Fire Rod to take advantage of your half magic that you end up finding, and unfortunately, because the flippers are where they are, it looks like that's going to be kind of high priority.
Yeah.
Alright, Gem, by the way, isn't Hera. I was maybe a little surprised to see him want to do this while Telethar got the mitts, so then he can combine it with the Ice Palace entrance, but it's fine. There's a dungeon here. And Telthar can busy himself with other myths checks like Smith Chain. I think we got our third Pocky collectively somewhere. Maybe, maybe not.
I think so. Oh, we have
Pichu.
Oh yeah, TR Big was in Hera.
Yeah. We can't. Well, I don't think we found TR Big Chest entrance, and we don't have Samaria to really kind of maneuver our way through.
Hey,
so
we can
right
always
now,
hover to Trinix from the front.
True. Very, very true. PH, I think, is actually a pretty good hoverer. I've seen him. I don't know how confident everybody else would be, though, for this particular endeavor. We still would like a fire rod, probably.
Probably.
Yeah, Pichu, though, as you mentioned, she started out with 6 hearts, and Ice Palace, in order to even just get through and not take a million years, is you still need to like bomb jump your way through. You probably take a little bit more extra damage here and there, and this Colster fight I would be a little bit worried about, unless she has something extra in her bottle, maybe like a bread potion or something like that. That would actually ease the things up a bit.
We're skipping the Maya Peak because she doesn't have the Ice Peak. That's a pendant dungeon, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Myra's a pendant.
But yeah, that's fine.
By the way, so on Purple Chest, we did see Telthar get a sword, which means he can in fact get the last entrance.
Alright, we do have a
tower. Okay.
Wait,
he does
did
not
we not check tablets? Oh no, it's
no, he doesn't have the book. Yeah, book is in Hera.
Yeah. And we have a fairy.
It's still a pretty rough, fight though, regardless. Even though she does have blue mail, which is the intended armor that you're supposed to have for this fight. You are supposed to have more health than you currently do, that Pichu does, and unfortunately, even though with blue mail, one more heart container would have been amazing, because then she could take one more hit from the puffs. Okay, I didn't catch what was on the tablet. I know Jem read it, but he only had a fighter sword, so I didn't catch
it. It was rupees.
Oh,
so it's perfectly divided for speed. No!
No.
Please have another fairy. Okay.
Oh, perfect! Oh man, Pichu came prepared! Oh!
No, not a...
Oh, run! Oh my gosh!
Look away.
Okay, Telthar found GT.
No. Yes.
Oh my god, dude.
This is not okay. GT has been found.
Yes. Okay, one is down. That's great news for Pichu.
Ooh.
Iker also pointed out that the fire rod was in fact in Crystal Roller, which is very far away. You can do this, Pichu. You guys are gonna see her kind of hugging the top wall. Very understandable because you kind of see the icicles spawning. Oh no. Oh, what a rough fight.
Oh, devastating blow.
Yeah, it is really, really rough. Like, this is a very difficult fight, and like there are flippers on Cold Stare, so it's not like you really want to. When a Cold Stare death never feels good, but it's like, okay, I'll come back with better equipment, and not quite sure, right, like how important these flippers actually are.
Well, did you catch where GT was?
No.
Alright, but we have a flute and we have Pod Big from GT now.
And a big key on Desert Ledge, which is a big key to Desert. Oh, hilarious.
Yeah, and a Fire Rod from Crystal Roller. And a Cane from Map Chest in GT. Oh, we use Bow mode.
Go mode.
Bow, okay. Swamp Small. Maybe Thieves or Big. That's Thief's Pig?
Yeah, Thief's Pig. Roach meringue. Yeah, all these GT things, and we can't even climb. I mean, we can climb. Yes, you're right. We're physically able to climb. We do not have a bow to alleviate some of the mimics.
I bet Pichu wished she had that fire rod 2 minutes ago.
Yeah. Would have made her life a lot easier. Yeah, but right now, at least, Gem and Telthar have the knowledge of the second sword. PH and Pichu don't know about Purple Chest yet for sword number 2. And I can actually see, in this case with Telthar, is actually in fact back to Ice Armos. Okay, everything's fine. We'll just leave. I was tempted to see if Telthar would actually hover this opening. I don't know how confident he is, but it would be pretty hilarious to see.
That would be very hinged behavior from Telthar's side. Down right hover is like the worst hover imaginable.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is also his second time into Ice Armos without a bow, so a good thing he practiced for game 1, because he has to do this exact same thing over. Pichu literally standing in...
No, not again!
She has a fairy. She has a fairy this time. I remember her catching it outside.
Okay.
Probably didn't want to use it, but at this point, at least she will open the chest. And continue onwards, maybe.
Yikes. Did Gem find anything in Hype Cave?
I don't know. I don't see anything extra. Mushroom? Thank you, Ecker.
Okay. Do we know Desert and Maya are pendants. We don't know the third. Could be TR, could be Thieves. We can beat both.
We already know 2 pendants, right? Desert and Mire?
Yeah.
So either Thieves or Turtle Rock. If it is Turtle Rock, we may not have needed that fire rod. Although we have it, so...
What do you mean?
We found Thieves. Oh, no. Logically, we still need it because Skullwoods was a crystal. They just all have it done. Pretty much.
Yeah, I think you're thinking wrong. Sorry.
Correct. Yes. No. I was daydreaming because I saw Telthar and Pichu both defeated Mothula with only the lamp.
We still need fire for TR.
Speaking of no fire rod though, Telthar is doing right side GT with the lamp. Gonna disperse with some of these riffraff minions that are just in his way.
Oh yeah, because he hasn't picked that up yet. But
That's what I
Telthar
wanted
always
right?
brags about how free this tricky, so...
I mean, it looks pretty good. He has Mirror Shield.
Some bonk.
You could use the hook shot here.
Nice.
Yeah, well done. Sequence breaking on his side, but logically accessible because Gem has the fire rod.
So surely he climbs here...
Without the bow?
Because it's Ganon, right?
Oh.
If he climbs, it's definitely Ganon. Getting
He
the
is
key.
picking up a small key.
That feels very climbs to me. Nope.
Oh, GT is at Turtle Rock even. That's a less desirable place to go to.
We haven't checked these two yet. Makes sense.
Another pod key in Dark Maze chest of Castle Tower.
That puts Mitz maybe in logic. Who knows?
Yeah, suddenly we're finally getting some pod keys. Pod is a crystal, right? Do we know this? I assume we
It
do.
is marked as a crystal, isn't it? No. We don't know. Huh. We don't know.
Mhm. Okay, well, it looks like Peach is on his way to go get his pot key as well. And use the fire rod to be able to do a double combo. Yeah, Gem is look like he's gonna get his sword. I want that Master Sword.
I guess we're not climbing. Have we checked every entrance now?
Have we checked the Castle Tower entrance?
There's one. That might not have been checked.
Alright, we are gonna get something new from Pichu, which is Desert Palace, Lamo. I don't believe anybody has defeated this quite yet. I don't know if PH and Pichu know that it's a pendant, but it is at least something to do. And we have Desert Palace Big, and I believe we also have Desert Palace Small, maybe?
No.
Maybe there's that doesn't have it.
We definitely used it on one of the screens.
Yeah, no, well, I know that Telethar found Desert Palace Small Key in Pod Dark Maze, so at least it's available, but I guess maybe
okay.
they haven't done that yet. Okay, and Pichu here is with, unfortunately, no bow in sight, but this is a weapon that she really wishes she had on Cold Stare, but it'll be a proxy to be able to use on here on Lamo.
Yeah, the Thieves Town map. And again, Telethar does not need to pick that book up. Good for him.
Mm-hmm. Nice pendant, Thieves Town. We're leaving.
Okay.
Oh, that was one of the fastest turnarounds I've seen. Even faster than some of the I'm noping out of Eastern. Okay, but this is Pichu's look like her getting into Castle Tower entrance with the cape that she found in the first chest of Castle Tower inside.
So this means Telethar is gonna rush the Fire Rod and beat Trinex ASAP.
Maybe.
Because now we know that's Crystal together with Pod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I guess it does look like BOGO mode. Just one.
Swamp Small.
Oh, and Small. That's right. Okay, we do need that Small key.
Which is
Alright, Pichu.
guaranteed on the climb, right?
If you believe in the one trick that helps you win cross key seeds, then yes,
You
absolutely.
just climb for your bow, your second bow, and your Swamp Small. Surely.
I believe. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a new entrance that Telthar can give us, which is Ice Palace. I don't think anyone else has been over here. It is Blind Huts. Okay, 5 items.
5 bows.
I'm ready.
No.
There's a Small.
Okay, is that's pretty good to have bow go mode. Actually.
So you would not climb, correct? No? Oh, and a tempered sword too! Oh, in the back of Blind Hut, wow.
Yeah, I guess maybe I don't climb. But maybe I do climb.
You have a lot of stuff to do right now, it seems like, right?
What
you
stuff
have...
are you doing?
Oh, well, I guess a lot of stuff, it just means swamp. I'm gonna go do swamp.
Yeah.
But it's like, if I have BOGO mode, we can beat Trinex, we can beat Argus and full clear swamp, and then the remaining dungeons we have, I guess, are Eastern, which is we've already explored, so we only need the bow from there, and then I guess just Pod, which is also we just need to go beat the boss for.
Yeah. We can do Pendant Thieves.
We can do Pendant Thieves.
I think I'd rather just sequence break GD climb before going to Pendant Thieves.
Oh, really?
Why not? You know we need to do the climb for Ganon.
I forgot about Ganon.
At least I think
Okay.
that's Ganon.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I wouldn't sequence break GT climb. That would be ridiculous.
I think it'd be pretty hilarious, actually. Yeah, I'm trying to think where Ganon was or is today. Not at the well, not behind Lumberjack.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ganon. We can take
There's
a
another fairy,
look.
by the way, for Pichu.
Yeah, it's marked. Ganon is marked on the pyramid for
Okay.
them on the tracker, so we know it's there.
Okay. Well, and that's the case, then get your somethings in a row. We're going climbing. And as you said, if we just find a Bullock bow in Upper GT, then all the more power to be able to finish the seed early. Gem is pretty confident in his mimic clipping, so I can certainly see him doing that before Telethar. And if there is a bow up there, then I don't know what Telethar will do. Maybe he'll try mimic clipping.
I don't know what Gem is gonna do here actually. I think climbing here is pretty good because you know your BOGO mode and you need to beat it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the easiest place to come back to.
Yeah, Dark Death Mountain, unless there's a, I guess, quick connector over to Floating Island, which I'm not really quite sure if we've seen yet. GT is anything in Dark Death Mountain isn't really great on the top, even if you have mitts. All right, but Telethar is in to try next fight with his Temper Sword and Fire Rod and Ice Rod and Half Magic and all that stuff.
I believe Bumper Ledge is the only unfollowed connector.
Okay.
Oh, not Bumper Ledge, but Bumper Cave.
Oh, connector. Right, because we haven't seen... Right. We need to get a cape in though pretty late, and so I don't think we could follow it. Hey, look, we're going through desert. The other way, for once.
Ooh, Desert Pig Chest? What if it's the both bows?
What if it's the bow? Oh man, I would be excited here. It is just a harpies, unfortunately. Oh, there's just a bow on Trinex?
Wait. Oh, but using Go mode.
Mm-hmm.
Easy. Why would you rush to climb? Just get your bow and Trinex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, looks like that's exactly where Gem is going. Forget all this. I'm gonna go mode and everything else.
Usedbow is in Go mode. And past the Potence, what do they need to do exactly? They need to find the bow on Trinex, which they can do right now. And they need to go find GT at Third Rock entrance. But before they do that, they need mitts, which was in Pod, where PH is right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PH will get his mitts relatively soon if he hasn't had them already.
Yeah.
Where was Samaria? Remind me.
Map chest in
Map
GT.
chest. Oh, right. That's right.
Yeah, and then we need Swamp Small from the Ice Pool as the entrance. So it's quite a long wait for past opponents to reach Go mode at this point.
Checking on the way in Swamp to see if there's a convenient other bow. Does not look like it so far. Nothing in Big Chest, nothing in Flooded Room. Is this where the teammate race begins, Mike?
Yep.
Who do you think is gonna win?
Well, Telethar is ahead by a crystal. So I'm gonna say Telethar.
Good point. That means that Gem needs to stop opening chests in order for hopes that he can catch up. Yes, a Swamp Small was in Blind's Hut, which is where PH is right now, and that was the Ice Palace entrance. So definitely mid-locked for PH. And of course, for Pichu as well. And there's a sword back there in the top of blind side as well. So everybody will at least be on some version of at least Master Sword. The third sword was on purple chest, which is also mid-slot, but then it's kind of far. Yeah, having the bow, having tempered sword. Yeah, just a lot of dungeon rushes at this point. Yeah, and Pichu here, yeah, I very much heartily agree. She will take down Cold Stare with a vengeance. He's got Fire Rod and the Ice Rod for good measure. Just a test run before try next.
Just blast that eyeball. Oh no, gosh.
Don't worry, she's got a fairy too.
Endless fairies for this one.
Mm.
Meanwhile, PH is just rushing the exact dungeons he needs to rush. Except maybe not Swamp is the best place to rush. Maybe there's a second bow in Swamp.
Yeah, very well could be. It could be on left side. It could be in compass chest. I don't remember if we checked map chest or not. Yeah, but I'm not really sure at this point if it's really... Like, silvers do save time, but the more chests you open, the kind of more time kind of gets eroded from your gain if you end up getting silvers. And we're not...
No, go on. Sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, I was gonna say, like, we're not fighting Vitreous, and we already have Tempered. I'm not sure how much more time it's gonna save. But it still could be worth checking.
But once you start checking checks, then you need to find a bow to make up the time you lost trying to find a second bow. So you're digging yourself deeper. It's some sort of gambler's fallacy, probably.
Maybe you can convince Telthar to look for it though, because he's so far ahead.
Yeah.
Well, like if the metric were like last to finish, it was the finishing time, then yeah, the person ahead can basically just do whatever they want, right? They can open all the checks before you, and such, because their time doesn't matter. But here, because of average time, it actually still does matter a little.
I would also dare Telthar to hover the Molon gap and hope that he takes one fall.
True. I would like to see this.
It does save 6 seconds if you don't fall.
In spoiler, he has said before that if it's a close race and he's asked like if I need to hover, then he'll do it because it'll save, as you said, 6 seconds. But if it's maybe not so close and he doesn't know about it, then maybe he won't bother. You know what? There could be a bow here on Armos. I forgot about the fact that there could be a bowlock bow here. Okay, it is not in Swamp Compass Chest. And presumably not Swamp Map Chest either, because PH, I'm going to assume that has already checked that since they're not in guild mode yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, suddenly this is... Oh, what were you saying?
Telthar's last dungeon now.
This is Telthar's last dungeon. I guess, yeah, and then Gem still has... Pod to finish, yeah, and then they both have to climb.
Yeah. Climbers. Does Gem have enough GT smalls? He has one. It should be enough.
He opened map chest. And...
Oh, map chest. Surely it's fine.
Yeah, I assume so.
He's go moding.
Either that or he knows he knows about another GT small key, so I don't think I'm super worried. Oh, there is the other bow in swamp. That's hilarious.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess it
Surely-
just didn't catch it on PH's side.
Yeah,
So
PH
they're
won't
actually gonna
have
end
that.
with, yeah. So they're gonna end with Master Sword Silvers, which is quite a nice boon.
That's kind of hilarious.
As we see a very cheerful fight on Jump's side.
Turns out it would have saved time to check map chests.
Yes. Yeah, but I guess at that point they were already in go mode because Telethar had already beaten Trinex by that point.
Ooh.
Not quite fast enough. Yeah, another cheerful fight. Okay, it's okay. Telethar just giving Gem a little bit more of a handicap.
We were on mirror there for a second. Alright, we're throwing time to Gem here at this point.
It's okay. He's a teammate. He's so far ahead. Okay. Yeah, so that means that PH and Pichu would just kind of stumble upon their bows. Or their silvers, at least. That'll be pretty nice. They would have to consciously go out of their way to do purple chests. Which, I mean, again, they can still do. But they probably have better things to go do, like cleaning up dungeons.
They are pod big go mode?
We said Podbig was in GT, is that correct?
Oh yeah, Podbig and Kane from GT.
Yeah, so I imagine they would go to GT relatively soon.
Well,
assuming they know where
GT.
it is? Okay.
It's by Mitz that they just found, right? So will be a hot second.
This is a pretty good tune to go beat a boss against.
I don't recognize this.
This is... Pichu said this was Pokemon Stadium? Black and White? Pokemon something? Very nice Ice Rod finish on phase 2.
Nice.
That was the practice from Polster. Nice
Convenient
arrow drop. Yeah. Considering, I mean, he.
Oh, what?
Well, it's okay. There are 5 arrows in the pots. It's fine. You'll probably pick them up.
That was great.
Listen, this is the second seed of the day, back to back, pretty much. I think average, maybe he will have had boots for more than 50% of the time. I'm trying to think. Maybe not. I don't think they got the boots early enough in this game.
He could have had them early.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah, you're
team's
right.
fault.
Part of it is self-inflicted.
Yep. It looks like Peach is actually gonna go and find GT now.
I'm pretty excited for this.
That's just what we need.
Yeah, she'll get her Kano Samaria and Podbig. That might be it, right, for them?
Yeah, that's go mode. I think.
So if she does, she does left side first, then I think they can just quit out and go. I mean, as in she can stop searching and then just start climbing.
I don't think she does the right side first.
I think that Bobbo's medallion also was in pod, if I'm not getting Seedling, like the first chest. And so,
Yes.
yeah, to be able to get pod, GT entry and then get pod big and GT, force double dip. Not a very large double dip, but still.
Gem is getting a GT small, right? This is what a GT small looks like.
Oh.
Or is this
Wait,
a
we're going
connector to TR? Yeah, bumper connected to floating island.
Okay.
Nice.
We did it. We've had a faster way over here. Yeah, looks like Peachu's gonna go right side first. She has... Okay, she's coming out with one small key, which Right, should be enough, right? We do map chest. So we can always steal the double switch pot key. That is a second GT Smoky steal that we can do. If we don't find another one, and yeah, then she should be ready for the climb. Looks like PH is converging at GT, pretty much. This is going to be the last place that they don't want to really go anywhere else. Yeah, finding all the goodies here.
No, what are you doing? No, don't do...
Maybe we'll... Oh no, Pichu.
This is gonna get real awkward for her in about...
I guess she's just gonna come back, yeah. Because by the time the PH finishes right side, she'll probably at least be like 2/3 of the climb through.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, we're not doing right side, never mind. What are we doing? If she's still in like the first couple floors, it probably is okay to just leave and then, yes.
With what cane are you doing right side?
Very, very good point. I forgot about that part. Oh, alright, look, it's something, like... some details need to be omitted from this game, okay? She's also only on one heart. I hope that she does refill room here.
Doesn't she have like 8 fairies? Oh no,
True.
That was the last bomb.
Oh no! Okay, you're right, she does have 8 fairies, and she's got some heartbeats of encouragement to go through. Gem is actually using arrows on Lambos too, which is hard mode.
Nice,
because they didn't have the opportunity to do Usedbow. That was good. Yeah.
I think she just has to mirror now when the cane is here. You might be inclined to just continue going because you're committed, but I think it's faster to mirror.
I don't know what the time difference would be. Like if you can, like what the break whole threshold is. Okay, looks like she's just going to mirror and then go get the cane and then just reclimb. Which, I mean, again, yeah, it's probably faster to do it this way, but really unfortunate that the cane had to just be there in map chest.
Did we get a sword from the club?
We must have. Hold on, maybe? Someone said this in chat.
Noise.
Which means actually then that means the Pichu and PH will actually have tempered silvers. Mini Helma and climb. Alright, thank you. I guess Gem is not getting it because he's already passed Mini Moldorm or Mini Helma.
It wasn't that his tempered. I think there's a sword somewhere that he didn't get. Or did he just skip it? No.
No, because he got the one in Blind's Hut and the one on Spec Rock and.
Yeah. Yeah, he skipped it.
The other tempered. Oh, okay.
Hmm.
But that's GG's for Telethar, running away with both races, getting first finish overall out of 8 people, 2 of them being himself. The big GG's. And looks like it's gonna be a continued undefeated streak for the season for Usedbow.
Pressure grows more and more immense by the week.
Next week will be doors. I believe you're sitting out, Mike, is that right?
Yes, I'm doing real life doors. I'm moving town. So you guys
good luck.
Fun with your pseudo doors next week.
I hope you have a good tracker.
We do. We pay the tracker to do it.
Good.
Alright, Gem is
Premium
on
version.
cannon.
Yeah, both PH and Pichu are climbing, and they'll be happily rewarded with the sword up here as well.
Yeah. They are in go mode, but they both need. How many dungeons do we need to get? 3, 4, 5. 6, 5. London after GT. Peach needs 2. Peach needs 3. Peach likes taking a lot of damage.
She's looking at her mirror shield, and she's like, okay, it's okay, I can take all this damage. Clink, like, right there.
Clink.
Alright, she's got her powder out, though. Very understandable.
Loves fairies. There's some sort of reward for most fairies caught in a race, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ooh, oh, we're gonna get some Usedbow action on Pichu's side. I'm pretty excited. It's okay. That just means that Gem and Pichu will be actually on Usedbow team because they're the ones who use the bow, and Telthar is kicked off because he used the fire rod. That's how it works. GG's though, Gem. Finishing up second place.
GG's Gem. And yeah.
Yeah, this one's a clean sweep for Usedbow. Not a pet seat, but kind of just as long. We only had to go through Desert Connector 10 times. Each person without boots.
That was hard to watch.
It was definitely content filling time. Alright, we have today's victors. Gem and Telthar. Welcome in, guys. GG's.
GG.
Hello. Thank you, GG.
I love Desert Palace.
I do too. Why didn't anybody go beat Lamos?
I never got the big key.
What was my go mode?
Hello, Pichu. GG's.
GG.
Did you know that Pichu was the only one who beat Lamos? Good
For
job,
real?
Pichu. Yes.
Hell. Did I use the build? No, I didn't have it.
There was a tragedy. Map chest.
What?
Map chest, hilarious.
Map chest, funny.
The other bow's on Trinex, so.
Oh.
And there's PH joining us as well. GG's PH.
Yo, PhDs.
G.
GG's. Sorry, it always joins mute and I always forget.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah. I apologize. I won't probably be able to stay for very long. We have people coming over, but thank you for the races. That was pretty fun. I'm a little disappointed we didn't have like Link's House boots. Gem, you should have done better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just wanted to get as much desert content as possible, you know.
We were saying like, oh, it's a gem seed. We should have boots early. Like 2 minutes later, PH, I got boots. Like, okay, well, never mind then.
Oh, not us. No, we got our boots at like 50
No.
minutes.
We've got them like what, 30 minutes or something?
Yeah, like it was like still fairly far, and it was more that we were complaining about the fact that the Gen Seed didn't give us fully boots, and the strategy of complaining worked.
Gotcha.
All you need to do is stay in logic to find boots and not go out of logic. We counted the amount of desert trips for all players, and we lost count at like 112.
Yeah, so it was not a small number.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Full 4 going to desert.
It's pretty great. I eventually was like, okay, I'm gonna take Fairy Ascension instead. Oh, nope, I'm just here. All right, that's great. I'll escape, and then there's desert anyway. Okay, great.
How come? Did you guys lose track of the hookshot cave connected to the ledge, or was it just a plan to follow it into the dark world and get lamp later, or?
It just wasn't. I mean, yeah, I don't know if lose track of is the right term. It just wasn't top of radar.
No,
Felt
that's
like
what I
a
meant.
desert.
Like it was, you slipped your mind for a second that was a logical connection not explored yet.
Yeah.
Mm. We did not expect Boots to be there, and we did argue that this was an early Boot seed if you stayed in logic, so you can't blame the seed for your 15-minute Boots.
Sort of early
Me?
boots. It's
Mirror
still
was kind of nasty to get to
it's still
the boots.
bunny
Yeah.
walk me
You
or
see the
logic.
bunny walk. Yeah.
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 You can't dash just a bunny anyway.
Mhm.
So
Like, PH started bunny walking and I was doing like, I cast all the Dark Moon Pearl is here, you should 7 quid and come get Moon Pearl. And not bunny walk.
tragic.
And then like when in Dark World, like we split, I went north, went south, you found the mirror. I was like, oh well, I'll get the mirror. Then I did south because I needed to get my other things that like ether and a small key, and went north, found the hammer. I was like, well, I guess I'm thinking again that there's a connector, like, you know. I never have the good choice bring the route in Dark World, but yeah.
Yeah, poor Pichu just kept on getting like and the funny thing was I would always say like, okay, what would you, and she'd be like, no, why don't you go north this time? So I was like, okay, oh look, hey, here's the hammer. Oh, look at, you know, it wasn't even like I was like, oh, I'll do it. Was like I just stumbled into it.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, GG. I did like that. I was kind of hoping that chain of big keys would be something, just because that would have been funny.
Yeah, the swamp big, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I was like,
Ice big
get an
into
inspiration.
Maya big into swamp big.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
that would have been good, especially considering that then right, ice is locked, so ice has your flippers too. So it was just, that would have been like a fun little back and
Yeah.
forth. Anyway, thank you guys for the races. Obviously, knew this was a tough pull for us, but always glad to race Team Umlaut.
Not in SG apparently. We don't get umlauts here.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Travesty.
good
Yeah, it's really
umlaut to you,
disappointing.
sir. Yeah, they need to invent a better ASCII schema for the SG overlay.
Mike Clearmouse, thank you for. I don't know. There's probably not a ton to add here, but thank you for comms. Thanks for probably watching us slowly but surely fall behind by 10 minutes.
There was
It
a lot
was
of
a good
effort.
race.
It was a good race. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you guys so much. It was a really fun doubleheader, and yeah, really glad that everyone was here. And yeah, best of luck for next week as well. For you guys playing Doors.
Can't wait.
Are you sitting out, PH, or are you playing?
We actually don't know yet. I think
Okay.
James
I
and I.
think you're playing PH. I don't think James is going to play.
All right, there you go.
Just saying.
Perfect.
Just saying.
Reveal
I know-
live.
I know I'm playing. I'm playing it. Like my match is scheduled. Like I'm playing it. But you know.
Gem and I are playing.
Have you ever
We
played
need-
Doors before, Talithar?
Not very well.
Okay, just checking.
Not this version of the Doors.
That's true. That is a good point. He's got. Sorry, I'm just imagining Talithar just like raging against the specifics of the league mode.
Same.
No, that's me.
Yeah, rage man himself.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Well, yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. So I think it'll be lit, at least for the doubleheader. So thank you all so much. And I want to say thank you again to Ike here and Dark Shauna tracking 2 races for Curl Crosspiece back to back. We're super appreciated. And of course, always doing a really big up job for everything. Really appreciate to have you guys on. And of course, yeah, Jem for the first race and Mike for the second race. Thank you for some wonderful commentary.
And
A lot of fun.
Clear Mouse.
Thank you for having me.
your enthusiasm is the only thing that keeps us going. So, thank you for your
What about
continued
boots?
support.
Thank you. I will try and boom brutes next time. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, thank you for the WGT card.
Thanks, y'all.
Yes.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
GG's again.
Yeah. See y'all later.
Peace.